Ladies and gentlemen, car lords, how are ya? Today we are doing a topic that is quite popular amongst the car video scene on YouTube, and that is the top 5 things I hate about my daily driver / my only car, the Ford Focus. Starting with number 5, I hate that I bought a base model. The fact that I bought a base model was mostly because that's what I could afford when I was in the market to buy this car. I bought this car when I was 19, and the financing is affordable, but at that time in my life, it was barely affordable. So going with the least amount of options possible was basically my only option possible, which sucks. This means I get things like Microsoft Sync, air conditioning, Bluetooth, heated seats, heated mirrors, but nothing more. Now, because I got the base model, I really hated the way that this car looked. The Focus between 2012 and 2014, which is the generation that I have, I actually think looks really good. But the problem was having steel wheels covered up with plastic covers, no fog lamps, no special blacked out headlights like the titanium models get. In the time that I've had the car, over the past 2 years, I've done things such as get new aluminum rims put on the car, and then I use the steels for my winter tires, and I've also gone about installing fog lights, which if you want to see that video, links below. And I've done these things in order to make the car look more satisfying on a personal level. I didn't need to do any of this, but it was something where I wanted to make it look better. But then once again, you get slapped in the face with that base model, and now I've got aluminum rims, but on the rear, I still have drums. So you get those ugly drums poking out between the aluminum rims. Number 4 is definitely going to be the Microsoft Sync entertainment system, at least from this model year, which is a 2014. The Sync entertainment system is a really good idea, and when it works, it's great. But a lot of the time, you run into having the wrong names come up when you're trying to call people. Sometimes it just doesn't work right. A handful of times I've actually had to disconnect the battery and reconnect it and then relog my phone because it's just completely gone to shit. And no, that isn't just a solution I came up with. I literally went to Ford and was like, hey, it's completely messed up, my phone's not logging, everything's kajibbered. And they were like, oh yeah, sometimes you just gotta unhook the battery for a little while and hook it back up and then relog your entire phone, which is super inconvenient. Now, number 3 is really something that bothers me, but it doesn't bother me. It's the speed. The Ford Focus is slow. A base model Ford Focus makes about 170-ish horsepower at the crank. Now, by the time that makes it down to the wheels, you're down to probably somewhere around the 140 mark, which is really, really low. Is it that big of a problem? No. For the size of the car and the weight of the car, the power is okay, but it is very much econo-box power. The speed of this car is one of my biggest regrets about buying this particular car, because it's so slow that there isn't much on the road that isn't an econo-box that this is going to outrun, which is it's not good. A friend of mine has a V6 Accord, Yuri. You've probably seen him in other videos. And when he puts about quarter throttle down and I put full throttle down, I can't even come close to keeping up to him. Which really it's very telling for how little power this car actually makes. Number 2 on the list goes back to not being able to afford this car when I bought this car. I'm in a 7-year financing plan. Now, it's 0% interest, which is awesome because I'll never pay more than what the car cost when I took it off the lot. But I'm kind of stuck with this car for the next 7 years. Now, that doesn't mean that this is the only car I will own over the next 7 years, but if I want to just continue with the payment plan the way that I've been doing it, then it's going to be 7 years. I could always go back and pay off the payment plan if I wanted to. It's not like a locked contract where I can never leave until the 7 years are up, but honestly, for the amount of money that this car costs for me to keep it, it's really not worth it for me to pay it off, at least not yet. The car's very affordable, and for me to keep it for the next 7 years is very, very easy. The only problem is I have to put up with owning a Ford Focus for the next 7 years. Now, number one on the list, like number one by a long shot, is that I bought an automatic. When I was 19 and I bought this car, I knew how to drive manual in theory, and I was really kind of scared off from getting a manual as my first car, and that's what drove me to get the automatic. Since I bought this car, I've learned how to drive manual much better, and actually have had a couple jobs that required me to drive manual. Now when I look at it, driving manual would have been a cinch with this car, and it would be a lot more fun than it is, because the automatic in this car is very economy bias, which means it's trying to drop the revs all the time. Like, it does not want to be sporty. It will put the revs up there if you keep your foot in it, but as soon as you let off, it's dropping those RPM right down. And on that point, not having full control of your car and having an automatic doesn't say car guy, which really sucks when I want to have a car YouTube channel. Now that's it, guys, for the things I hate about my Ford Focus, and just a little bit of a disclaimer. I don't hate this car. This car is fantastic. I've had a lot of fun with this car, and it does everything I want it to do, which is great. And I haven't had any problems, so that's nice too. If you guys want to see more videos, please check out the channel and drop a like, maybe subscribe, and we'll have more videos out very soon. I'm going to do a 5 things that I love about this car as well as my next video, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, just hit that sub. Just go ahead and subscribble my libble.